Hello and welcome to the AP News. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Edward.
This week we'll be talking about some of our past elections.
Last week was an eventful one to say the least. America voted for its new president, and now we know that Donald J. Trump will be the next person to lead the US.
With the very divisive and dirty election we've seen over the past year and a half, some may wonder whether our election system has hit rock bottom before. What people don't know is that there have been even dirtier and more contentious elections. So to get your mind off for this year, here's several of the nastiest elections in US history.
1800, Adams v. Jefferson. In 1800, the party in power, the Federalists, was challenged by the new upstart party, the Democratic Republicans. Democrats and Republicans worked together? Little did I know. And their nominee, Thomas Jefferson, for the presidency, held by John Adams. The two were friends. During this election, both sides made massively outlandish claims. Eventually, Jefferson came out on top. The story gets bigger when it's discovered that Jefferson and his vice president, Aaron Burr, received the same amount of votes in the popular vote. The case was brought to the Congress, and it was decided that Jefferson had won.
1824, John Quincy Adams versus Jackson. In 1824, the election was between three men: John Quincy Adams, son of the previously mentioned Adams, Andrew Jackson, war hero and defender of New Orleans, and Henry Clay, Speaker of the House. At the end of the campaign, Jackson had the most amounts of the popular vote, but Adams had the majority of the electoral vote. Jackson called this unfair, and the case was brought to Congress, where Clay was the Speaker of the House. And so, as the Jacksonians believed, Adams had made a deal with Clay to win the presidency, in what became known as the corrupt bargain. This claim would be the rallying cry for Jackson's 1828 campaign, which would lead him to the White House.
2000, Gore v. Bush. One of the most famous elections in American history, this election shows a conflict between the candidate winning the popular vote, but losing to an opponent winning the electoral vote. In that year, the election came down to the key swing state of Florida, with the TV networks calling that Bush had won, but soon they said that it was too close to call, with the difference being just a few hundred votes. Lawsuits claiming the votes hadn't been counted flooded the justice system, and for 5 weeks the nation held its breath, until the Supreme Court had ruled that Bush had won Florida, and with that became the president.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
See you next time!